everyone!
Hi, welcome. Today we are going to be talking to you about more advanced tarot card spreads. So if you're just getting started, you might want to check the other videos out to get you your footing, because today we're going to be talking about using multiple cards, maybe big spreads, more ambitious readings that go very, very deep. So we're going to plunge in and give you some little nuggets of wisdom in that area today. My name is, I'm Neil Kelso, and that
Andrea Aste. And we are the creator of the Lilliput Tarot. Let's have some fun together.
Let's do it. Let's get started. And I think the way I would like to get started is with one of the ultimate absolute classics of tarot spreads, which is the Celtic Cross. It's iconic. It's lots of people's favourite for a very good reason. It's a classic for a reason. It's been popular definitely since the early 1900s, probably much earlier. And so it's a 10-card spread. So buckle in, there's going to be lots of cards, but it's really good as a big overview for everything that's going on in life. So follow closely, you might want to take some notes. Our first card that we're going to deal represents the current situation, this present moment, and it could be the person that we're reading for. So in my case, I have a Knight of Swords, so I could either look up my meanings on my reference sheet, or for me, the Knight of Swords is this card of action, but brain, lots of decision making, rushing it in, making choices, maybe not thinking things through too carefully because we're acting so quickly on instinct, and also maybe lacking a little bit of the emotional balance to keep those decisions wise. So that's our first card, that's the situation that we're in, and the second card we're going to deal, we're going to put straight across it. That's the beginning of our cross, because the second card represents some of the challenges that they are facing at the moment. The challenge that we have here is the Chariot. So maybe this person's struggling because they can't travel very much at the moment, which would be very relevant. It could be about journeys, or they're struggling to kind of align their forces to get forward momentum. So we're now going to put a card below. That's going to tell us something that's underlying in this situation. Underlying in this situation, we've got 3 of Swords. So that could be about harsh truths, difficult things that we find hard to swallow. So underlying this whole situation is maybe something that we need to deal with emotionally. Maybe that's a hint of some of those emotions that we struggled with in the Swords. Let's have a look at what's looming over our situation. Wow, we've got lots more Swords. These 7 of Swords. This means that we've got this person with this, maybe the feeling of having gotten away with it, but sneaking away. 7 is always challenges and Swords is intellectual. So it's a very, very intellectual spread so far. We're going to build up with a 4th card, which represents the past, the beginnings of this situation. The 6 of Wands. Maybe in the past there's some celebrations that we can look back on, having come back triumphant. So 6 about bringing people together, Wands about warmth and fire and the passion that got us into this situation. Then we have a future card. The journey ahead is one of Temperance. So we have this journey now, we have a direction, we have time flowing this way, and so our next step could be something to do with finding that balance, making sure that our energies are really well balanced and shared, not too diluted. Our 7th card that we deal is down here, and it represents advice. Maybe we need to go to somebody for some advice, and this card might be a hint of where we could look for that advice. In this case, I've got the Queen of Swords, so maybe I need somebody who has that queen energy, somebody who has that nurturing wisdom, especially in this area of Swords. I'm definitely overthinking things a lot at the moment, so that's who I need to talk to. The 8th card is something generally external, something that's influencing the situation, but that we don't control ourselves. This is the Devil. The Devil is about habits, about rituals, about breaking rules. So it might be that one of the external influences for this whole situation is that concept of rules that are imposed, maybe temptations, maybe the way the world seems to work. Our penultimate card is about hopes and fears. I've got a Knight of Coins. Maybe my hope and my fear is to do with finances or the things that make me feel rich. And it's about going out and getting those things. So maybe I'm hoping for money, but I'm fearing not having enough money. But the key is that that's the Knight, so I need to act on things. I need to start making some choices. Finally, we have an outcome. My outcome in this spread is the King of Cups. It's all about mastering emotions. So if I navigate all of this, the outcome of it here will be me finding some level of emotional mastery in the situation. That's a really quick run through a Celtic Cross spread. You'll see in different traditions people use the cards slightly differently, but they all follow this basic structure, and I'd encourage you to give it a go. What do you think, Andrea?
Then I really like the Celtic Cross. I don't use it often because you need a big table to place all the cards, but this is the magic of the Lilliput Tarot. I don't need it anymore because even in a little space, as you see, we can do it and we can play it around and everything is clear enough to see. I mean, having a simplified design and minimalistic design, everything is easy to watch without getting lost in details and colors and everything. So we hope you will enjoy the deck and enjoy this amazing spread.
Yeah, so that is the Celtic Cross. We'd like to show you one other complex spread, just to give you a little bit of inspiration, something for you to explore.
Are you ready for some magic?
Yeah, talk us through it, Andrea.
For this one, I would like to share with you a spread that we can call the balance spread. And now I tell you why a little bit. First, let me clean a little bit the table, shuffle the cards a little bit. For this one, we will use two decks of cards. One will be the Lilliput Tarot, of course, and the other one will be an Oracle deck. In this case, Oracolarium, the deck that we created, and the one that is animated with augmented reality, and then we show you maybe how, maybe not, I don't know. We're cheeky today. No, joking apart. So, shuffling the cards, and then we think in a situation that we want to balance. And so we take two cards from the Lilliput Tarot. Let me check. I would like to go.
So, for example, if I were trying to find more like work-life balance.
Yes, from work and life, or emotion and, I don't know, rationality. You put whatever balance you need to find in your life, you select two cards and you put in this direction. Then you take an oracle deck or another deck of tarot. I suggest an oracle deck, so it would be colored in a different way. We shuffle the cards and then we put the cards in between. As you see, there is even you can appreciate the difference between the dimension of a normal card and the Lilliput Tarot.
Yeah.
Then yes, you can so Lilliput. Anyway, then let's start out. Oh, the devil! I love that card. And temperance. Okay, and then oh wow, death. So this is the two aspects that we want to balance. Let's say that this is work and life. So work, you say, oh, David, the devil there. Maybe we are workaholic. Maybe we have to stop doing something like that, and maybe we have to balance our emotional life, our private life, because maybe there are tension there and we want to go back to our work. But the interesting thing is death. Death is an interesting card because, as you see, this is an oracle, so the meaning is different than that in tarot. Here we have a situation when a ship is sinking and we have this beautiful mermaid, like, I don't want to say enjoying everything, but she is able to, let's say, cross, to bridge the death in something new. If you see the animation of this card, the augmented reality animation, you will see that there is a butterfly flying around. The meaning is very simple. Death is a phase of passage, is a passage. So you have an above and an below, and you cross from one reality to the other. So the ship is dying and go to another reality, another realm. So in this particular situation, I would say death is like the ending of a situation to allow you to bring the other. But let's see the augmented reality.
Yeah, let's see what that, because Oracolarium, as you rightly said, comes to life with augmented reality. It's quite unique in that.
What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly.
And of course, your augmented reality works with your mobile, your tablet, and every time you see on screen or printed or even in a t-shirt all the cards itself, you watch the cards through your RTV application and you see this animation, and let this guide you in have a deeper reading.
So yeah, we invite you to explore multiple card readings using multiple decks, because then you end up layering different traditions into the same conversation and it gives you different perspectives. So
Yeah.
if this was me, I would definitely read this as, what are the rules that I have at work that I maybe need to break, the good habits and bad habits in my work life balance, maybe I need to work out how do I make sure that I'm starting a new chapter? How do I end the things that are not serving me to find the balance and to go to the next step? So that hopefully will give you some inspiration, some ideas of how you could use multiple cards from multiple decks.
Don't fear to use them, to shuffle them, to mix different tradition and things. At the end, this is they are your decks, this is your reading, so use it, be inspired, use whatever you need to be inspired, and to think about doing a good reading or doing the things in the right way. There is not the right way. Follow your instinct and you will never regret it.
Yeah, the only right way is for you to listen to your heart and do what suits you. So develop your practice.
I've had fun doing it, I mean.
Yeah, and tell us how you get on, keep in touch. That's the wonders of the magical age that we live in, is please do keep in touch, share your experience with us.
And if you want to know more, because it's important, this is just a very, very, very short video to explain a basic spread, a basic technique. If you want to discover more, please follow us on Britain Bristol. You will have the link below on Patreon, and you will discover there lots of resources, videos, spreads, and information that it will help you in your reading and your tarot study.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We hope you join us as your journey progresses. Have a great day with your tarot.
Bye!
Take care. Bye!